Looking for something creative to do in the house as the weather gets colder? I'm Kira Jacobs with what the Toledo Arts Commission has for you.
Expectations are once again sky high for the University of Toledo men's basketball team. I'm Jamon McKinney with how the team will look to achieve success this upcoming season.
A controversial issue has made its way into Ohio. I'm Daisy Caruso, live in the newsroom with how this could impact women's rights.
Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Welcome to UT 10 News. I'm Caleb Gill.
And I'm Tiara Medley. We begin with continuing coverage on a story we first brought you last month.
You may remember Toledo police warning about a big increase in catalytic converter theft. At the time, it wasn't a big issue on campus, but over the past couple of weeks, that has changed. The University of Toledo Police Department says they're investigating a number of catalytic converter thefts that have occurred on campus, taking place in the late evening and early morning hours. If you need to report a theft or a crime of any kind anonymously, we have a link to that on our website, ut10news.com. We have a follow-up on the abortion debate heating up around the country and here at home.
Last month, we told you about the Texas bill limiting abortions and how that could impact policy in Ohio. Turns out that's happening. UT 10's Daisy Caruso joins us now live from the newsroom. Daisy, if passed, what will this change?
It would make abortions illegal in Ohio. A political science expert and pro-choice advocates say that it would likely cause a lot of chaotic litigation, an increase in unsafe at-home abortions, and many women would likely try to go out of state for the procedure. This is House Bill 480. It, like the Texas bill, relies on private citizens to enforce the law by reporting people who have abortions and promoting lawsuits against abortion providers. It takes it a step further than Texas by banning abortions outright with medical exceptions. Dr. Samuel Nelson is a professor of political science at UToledo.
The Texas-style bill that Ohio is debating right now is not currently constitutional, but that question is in front of the Supreme Court right now. So it's an interesting thing, right, for Ohio to propose this bill at a time when the constitutional status of it is up in the air. I think it does have a chance of passing, but some people in the state might think, well, why should the state of Ohio spend a bunch of money defending this law in court when Texas is already doing it?
State Representative Jenna Powell co-wrote the bill and partnered with a pro-life group called Live Action. Noah Brandt, the Director of Government Affairs for Live Action, has high hopes for this bill.
The bill dropped in the Ohio House with over 30 sponsors, I think 33 sponsors overall, which is a really impressive showing for legislation like this. So we're confident that Representative Powell can get it done.
Nelson says although there's a chance the bill will pass, it will likely be appealed because of the enforcement mechanism. The concept of suing someone for something that doesn't directly impact you is likely unconstitutional. I'm Daisy Caruso, live in the newsroom, UT 10 News.
Thank you, Daisy. The bill doesn't include exceptions for incest or rape, but it prohibits a rapist from making any lawsuits concerning a victim they impregnated.
Thanksgiving is right around the corner, but the feast we're accustomed to might not be there.
UT 10's Lauren Height joins us now live in the studio with how the supply chain issues are impacting local grocers.
Tiara, the items we look for on the shelves might not be there, not only because of those supply shortage issues, but also the shortage of employees, too.
Walt Churchill's Market has been a Toledo area grocery store tradition since 1917, always stocking the shelves with family favorites, especially for the holidays.
Thanksgiving is just 2 weeks away, but this Thanksgiving and next holiday season will look a little bit different.
Dave Dooling, store manager of Walt Churchill's in Perrysburg, explains.
Well, I think that this year we're seeing a lot more bigger celebrations, as I mentioned. People are wanting larger birds. They want to have back to that more traditional family get-together with larger dishes and larger serving sizes. So we're seeing that uptick in business.
Certain Thanksgiving side dishes, and the most popular, the turkey, that is on your table each year, may be harder than normal to find. This is due to the lack of employees and the continuing COVID concerns. But Churchill's has substituted from different suppliers during the pandemic.
We have two other sources that we can buy from that are both good suppliers that can fill in when we're out of something. Which is what we did a lot during COVID. We were able to replace out of stocks from our other two suppliers that we can buy from.
As food prices start to rise, the Butterball Company wants to remind you that you may have to stretch your wallet for all groceries, including these turkeys. Butterball explained in a written statement, "At Butterball, we work hard all year long with our retail partners, our network of turkey growers, and our team members to get a variety of turkey sizes and products to stores this holiday season. Prices may vary."
Thanks, Lauren. The These issues are expected to last through the rest of the holiday season, including Christmas.
This time of year also means cold weather, which could send some people inside.
As UT 10's Kiara Jacobs shows us, whether your creative skill level is low or advanced, a local organization has something you can try at home this winter and help the arts community while you're doing it.
The Toledo Arts Commission is getting ready to launch their annual Art Box.
The Art Box is a specially selected set of supplies that are for all ages, all skill levels, all interests.
Natalie Trinelli says that the box serves two purposes. One is to give those who are interested in art something creative to work with at home.
There's a lot of different points of interest for people to step into this box and to make something that kind of is of interest to them in a lot of different mediums.
And the other is to educate people about local and regional Toledo artists and bring light to their work, many of which have public art in the city, such as these. There are two guides, one for children and one for adults, to help people identify different works of art and who created them. The Toledo Arts Commission believes this is a great way for the city to engage with public art. The Arts Commission website showcases the 8 local artists that are featured in the Art Box book. In the book, these local artists give buyers instructions on how to create various artworks related to them with the supplies.
It's a really great way to kind of get to know your local and regional artists and understand when you see a work of art out in the public that you start to connect what the artist is and who the artist is that made that and why that piece was created where it was.
All of the proceeds from the Art Box go back into a fund for the Toledo Arts Commission to continue to launch projects like this in the future. I'm Kiara Jacobs, UT 10 News.
Each art box costs $50 and contains $65 worth of supplies inside. Sales for the art boxes launched today, November 11th, and boxes can be purchased online. We have a link to the site on our website, ut10news.com. Now it's time to turn it over to sports.
And that is right. This feels weird being on the other side here. But Zeke, what do you have in store for us this week?
Caleb, as we near the end of November, some sports are finishing their seasons and others are just beginning. Stick around for sports after the break.
We are now to our student categories.
It's another win.
Spring 2021 UT 10 crew.
For UT 10, celebrating the best in community service and local journalism. The Press Club of Toledo recognizes UT 10 News with the prestigious Touchstone Award in student television.
Congratulations to all of our winners.
Student-produced, award-winning UT 10 News.
Great layup there by the Jackrabbit, and saves the point. Taylor Ross finishes the point there. It's going to be tough on the down. Vance gets the better of it once, better of it twice.
I'm Zeke Fravor, and this is your UT 10 Sports Report. Hoops are back in session at the university. UT 10's Jamon McKinney spoke with the team about the upcoming season. But first, the volleyball team took on Eastern Michigan last weekend. The Rockets volleyball team was able to secure a 3-set sweep Friday evening against the Eagles. Set 1 was a back-and-forth affair, with neither team going ahead by more than 2 points. The match was tied until junior Sina Ulave broke it with 3 straight points, enough to pull away from the Eagles and win the set, 25-20. The second set was not nearly as competitive as the first. It was all Toledo, and the Rockets would go on to win the set 25-16. To end the night, the Rockets only needed one last set win to complete the sweep, but EMU wasn't going to go down without a fight, giving it all they had in the most competitive set of the night. The score was tied at 22 apiece when the Rockets went on to score the next 3. Olave and classmate Olivia Vance led the way, with each of the two getting 12 kills. Saturday's match started differently than Friday, with the Eagles winning the first set 25-22. After the first set, it was all Rockets. The last time EMU would hold the lead in the match was midway through the second set. Toledo went on an 8-0 run to take a 21-14 lead, and junior Olivia Vance would clinch the set with a kill. The Rockets would lead the third set from the start to the end, never leading by less than 4 points. The Midnight Blue and Gold cruised to a 9-point win, 25-16. Sophomore Taylor Alt led the way with 6 kills. In the fourth set, the Rockets dominated the Eagles, winning 16 of the first 19 points. Toledo would run away with the set and match, winning 25-10. Junior Sina Ulave led the charge Saturday with 14 digs. The Toledo cross-country team took a trip to Ypsilanti, Michigan last weekend for the MAC championship meet. The Rockets took advantage of the poor weather and launched into the meet a step ahead of the competition.
Both teams were ready for the long race coming into today, but the women's team in particular, being ranked first in the MAC, were heavy favorites coming into the meet. Expectations were high for these ladies, and it's safe to say expectations were shattered. The Rockets took an early lead to start the race with freshman Joy Churcher out in front. Churcher would never lose the top spot, finishing the race with a time of 20 minutes and 23 seconds. Along with Joy, the Rockets had 4 girls finish in the top 10.
Yeah, I'm feeling happy. The team also did well. Yeah, I'm happy for them.
The men's team excelled as well, with their highest finish coming from Jacob Harris in 4th place, leading the way to the Rockets' highest finish ever in the MAC championship meet at 2nd place.
So we all kind of believed in each other today and knew that we were going to work hard to try and get our best finish ever, whether that was winning or 3rd, which is kind of where we came in at, so it was great to get 2nd overall.
Coach McDonough had nothing but positive words to say after the Rockets' superb day in Ypsilanti.
Historic day, really, for the Rockets, and I'm super proud of our staff and our athletes. And we've come super far in a short period of time, and this feels like a culmination of like a ton of hard work.
During the award ceremony, directly after the meet, Churcher would take home both the individual title and MAC Freshman of the Year honors for the Rockets, while Coach McDonough was named MAC Coach of the Year. The Rockets also had several All-MAC team selections on both the men's and the women's teams. On top of 1st and 2nd place finishes and a plethora of awards won, the Rockets have great momentum heading into the NCAA Great Lakes Cross Country Regional on November 12th in Evansville, Indiana. I'm Colin Potts, UT10 Sports.
Toledo Cross Country is on a roll right now. You can support our ladies by making the trip to Evansville on November 12th for the NCAA Regionals. The men's basketball team has big hopes for this season. As UT10's Jamon McKinney explains, it's not only to win the MAC, but to also make the NCAA tournament for the first time since 1980.
Savage Arena, the home of the University of Toledo men's basketball team, a team that's had a lot of success in recent years, and a team that expects to win.
Well, over the last 8 years, I think you go all-encompassing, meaning winning championships, winning games, graduating players, GPA, doing well in the classrooms. It's all-encompassing. I say we're the best program in the league.
As the 2021-2022 season is officially upon us, the Rockets will field yet another very talented team.
Well, we got 3, in my opinion, all-conference returning type guys. And we added an impact transfer from Boise State, and Raheem Moss redshirted last year. We have a very talented group of freshmen. So I'm excited about our depth. I'm excited about our athleticism.
One of the leaders of the team will be sophomore Ryan Rollins, who was recently named preseason first-team All-MAC. What do you think is your best trait overall as a basketball player?
My playmaking ability. I can score off the dribble. I can, play off the ball and score. I can create for my teammates.
He's very coachable, wants to learn, wants to improve, wants to know what he can get better at, but clearly a guy that's a special talent.
Anything can happen within a season. However, the Rockets are looking to continue to drain expectations, even if it's from long distance.
We want to win the conference, MAC conference, and then win the tournament conference, which will, take us to the NCAA tournament.
In Toledo, I'm Jamon McKinney, UT10 Sports.
The Rockets' first official home game will take place this Saturday, November 13th at Savage Arena against the Detroit Mercy Titans. Back to you, Caleb and Tiara.
Thank you, Zeke. And with today being Veterans Day, we just wanted to take a moment and say thank you to all the men and women who have served and continue to serve for our country.
That's it for UT10 News. Remember, you can catch newscast replays on YouTube. Thanks for watching.